What is up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Diamond Leveled Up. I'm glad you clicked on this video because I feel like I have some nuggets to share with you about missing someone. And I just want to hop straight in. Let's get to it. So if you miss someone right now, let me just welcome you to the human experience, okay? I'm about to say experiment. Not experiment, experience. It's a common human feeling to long for someone, to miss someone, to think about someone, to keep them on your mind, to think about the great memories you had with them, you know, where things went wrong, circling back over, you know, times, situations, periods of life, like where you were happy, where you were sad. It's rough, okay? This is one of the worst type of, you know, things that you have to circle through in your brain. As a human and a person who loves the people that are in my life really, really hard, really, really deeply, and I care about the people that I invest time and energy into and have helped to transform my life and make my life better. Of course, I miss those people, okay? But now we know we miss them. How do we cope? How do we deal? How do we move forward? How do I manage? Okay? These are real questions, y'all, because it's rough. Like I said, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take time. Okay? That's the answer to all of this is time. Okay? It's so important, and so is patience, because with time you have to be patient. So that's my biggest takeaway. Now let's get into it, okay? Because you might miss someone or different people for different reasons, and it's important to know why you missed the person and not harp on it, but just know why. Because once you understand why you missed that person, then you might be able to move forward with more peace. And that's what we want, right? We don't want anxiety or sadness to take over, or grief. You know, as a human, we're going to experience those emotions. Those emotions are going to happen. But how do we cope? How do we move forward? How do we continue with life and still feel purposeful and happy and all of those great feelings that we might have felt with that person? Now, those feelings might feel unique because everyone is different. And we're not going to have the same experience that we have with one person, with another person, with another person, with another person, not unless you have like clones or something. I mean, that's just not going to happen. You might have similar experiences. You might fall victim to dating the same person over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, they're still different people. So there's still going to be different things that you enjoy and that you appreciate about a specific person. Okay? That's why we miss people so much, because you know that person can't be replaced, okay? And the garbage man is outside. So sorry if you hear that, man. But speaking of garbage man, there might be people that you could replace and you miss them and you have no reason why you miss them. It's just like, why do I miss him or why do I miss her when, she was trash? Just kidding. People are not trash. But I will say that it's important to take inventory on the people in your life that make you feel good, make you, have really great experiences you have a lot of fun with, the people that uplift you, encourage you, inspire you, push you, keep it real with you. Those are the people that you should cherish and always appreciate, because I want to remind everyone that we're here temporarily, y'all. This is just temporary. Like, God didn't assign us to be here on earth for eternity, okay? So at the end of the day, we're all experiencing each other, okay? I'm experiencing this and that person just like how you're experiencing that or this person. I mean, Literally, you can't, in your brain, when you meet somebody new, or if you find a really true connection, or you meet somebody that you really kick it with, vibe with, don't take that lightly. Like, I mean, yes, don't get too attached, don't get too emotionally stuck on somebody. That's never healthy, that's never good. And the only reason why I say that is just because when you do get so attached and stuck, or just feeling like you have such this emotional tie with someone, God will humble you real quick, y'all, and be like, nope, taking that person away, or nope, that person's gonna ghost you, or nope, the person dies. I hate to say it, okay? Some of you may know, some of you may not know, that I had a best friend, and I'll put a picture of her up here. A best friend who I loved so very, very, very much. I still love her. I hate that past tense of things, but yeah, she did pass away, and she was my best friend, and she died when we were 22. This was 2017 when she passed away, and she would have been 31 this year. So that goes to shows you my age too. But overall, one of the most impactful, influential people in my childhood, in my life. And literally, we were besties. She got involved with some bad things, and she passed away. And I still live out her life, or her legacy, not her life, but I celebrate her life, and I miss her every single day. And I have her tatted on my arm. You may or not have seen it, but I'll have her name tatted on me. And so I keep her close, and she was somebody who was so important to me, and I miss her. So I've learned, with almost 10 years of her being gone, I have learned to cope, okay? And with time, everything will get better. Because it becomes, after time passes, things become your new normal. And it's like, unfortunately, it's sad to always say this and be like, oh, you get used to that person not being around, but it's so true. Like, you had that period of time where you had that connection with someone, you had that closeness, you had that realness, you had that friend, or that boyfriend, or that partner, or that husband, or that, whatever the relationship is to the person that you miss. And, you can look back and be like, yes, that was a part of my life that I really enjoyed, and that person brought me so much XYZ. And so hopefully they brought you something good. Hopefully you don't miss people who didn't bring any value to your life. And if especially with time, you should be able to realize, like, maybe you don't actually miss them the way that you thought you did, or maybe you don't love them the way you thought you did. That's a part of the human experience too, is like the waves of falling in and out of love, building these really strong connections, and then they break up, they split up, life happens. We're all learning, okay? So I just want to, with this video, bring you some peace of mind that everybody experiences the feelings of missing someone, their parent, whatever, the scenario is. And I think every single day you can write down your wins, the things that you accomplished, the things that you did without that person. And maybe, this is somebody that you need to get over because they weren't treating you right, or they weren't valuing you, and the things that you had to offer. Maybe they didn't love you back. That's a pain that I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't wish on anyone, because being in that space of not feeling worthy is the space of, this is where I need to bring my energy back to me. I need to pour into myself, especially after feeling sadness. Feel your sadness, feel your feels. Don't just, brush that stuff away, because when you brush that stuff away, then it just becomes, you go to other things to fill voids, alcohol, drugs, addiction, whatever your case may be, just to kind of distract yourself, which there are good distractions and there are bad distractions. So I'm not saying that, being distracted isn't a good thing, because it could help you to get closer to your purpose, your happiness, your peace, whatever you're looking for out of this life. And just know again that this life is temporary, guys. Like, pray for those people that you miss. Show love to the people that you miss. And if you need space for your own boundaries and for your own peace and for your own growth, and you want to move forward from semi-happy, semi-sad experiences, then create boundaries. Do put yourself first. It's easier to move on, I think, when the person is like physically not here. But when the person is here and you still miss them and you still want to move on, I think it's a little bit harder. I know that is debatable, but me personally, I could say that I feel like that, but that's, it depends on the relationship and the person. If I lost my mom, God forbid that happens, and I know it will eventually one day, I'll probably miss her more than anybody. So I can't relate to the parent loss, but when it comes to missing people, just always know that is a part of a human experience, and it's okay to miss somebody, and it's okay to long for somebody, but you have to control those feelings. You have to control those emotions, get them in check, and learn how to cope and learn how to move forward, and whatever that means for you. If it is something that distracts you in a positive way, something that does take your mind off of things, you're going to be reminded of people. It's inevitable. You're going to have these memories that pop up in your brain that, come up. Somebody's going to ask you about somebody, and you're going to have to explain things. Like, you're going to have to work through the motions in each phase of, like, moving away from someone and moving away from an attachment maybe that you've had or you've allowed yourself to have. But learning that in life, you're living this experience, and it's okay to feel how you feel. Like, feel it, feel through it, and move forward. Okay? That's what God wants. He doesn't want us to worry, to have anxiety, to have fear. Your life is for you. And yes, you get to meet amazing, incredible people and humans along the way. And it sometimes is temporary. It's all temporary. We're looking grand scheme. But, we're going to have these different experiences, and just move through them and just flow with them and let thoughts come through, but also keep them moving along so that you can continue to move forward. And that's honestly my best advice. It's hard. Let your tears fall sometimes, because that's okay. That's you being human. Give yourself grace. Be patient. And give it time, babe. Because with time, your heart will heal. You'll continue to grow. You'll continue to be better, do better, and live better, and be happy. Continue to stay in that mind state, so you can continue to attract more and more happiness and more peace and more, understanding and calmness. That's all I got for you guys. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Please and thank you. I really appreciate it. Please come with me on this level up journey, because we're on a mission to level up, mentally, spiritually, physically. If you like DIY hairstyles, I'm your girl for that. Nails and hair done by me, of course. But thank you again for watching. Have a great week. Bye, everyone.